Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and it is time for episode 2 of the Monstrosity. I just finished my last episode. I didn't get as far on the board as I kind of thought I would for the number of books that I read. So hopefully we will make it a little bit further this time, but let's see where we are and check everything out. First of all, if you don't know what this is and you didn't see episode 1, you're fine to just start here. You don't have to go back and watch that one, but that one maybe has a little bit more explanation about what it is and what we're doing. At least the intro to the Monstrosity does, but you'll figure it out. It's just a game board, I guess, that I'm trying to read these books for my TBR games. So that's what I'm doing. After one episode, I've made it from here all the way along here to right here, and that is all. I am using a deck of Phase 10 cards, and I have all of the rules for the Phase 10 cards and what they mean right here. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to shuffle a couple of times and draw the prompt. Okay. Our first card is a 12. So we get to move forward 12 spaces and read 2 books. That's it. That's going to be great. So we do it 6 and 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a genre wheel. I've got to read a book here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a random letter for the title. Great. So genre wheel, there's all of our genres that we have right there. Let me go roll a genre wheel and we'll see what we can find. Okay, this says genre picker. Let's see what we have. Okay, spin it. I've never seen this before. Oh, mystery. Okay, good. That'll be easy to do. Some of these would not have been very easy for me to find. So we have quite a few mysteries. And the reason I put these in order 1 to 10 is so I know the ones at the top have been on here the longest. So they're like the first ones that I want to read. And so I could read, I'm worried about All the Dangerous Things and The Only One Left, but The Only One Left, people have said really good things about. But I might just play it safe and do the Mitford Vanishing. I feel like that one is a mystery, but that's also going to be like not as scary as All the Dangerous Things and The Only One Left. I'm kind of scared about both of those. The Mitford Vanishings is on NetGalley. Let me make sure it is still. Okay, it is somehow not, even though I just went back and checked all of these. Oh, maybe it's because I own it somewhere else. That was weird. Just a second. No, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that one. Actually, I can remove this one as well, but I saw the rest of these, except I totally forgot to take off the last ones that I read. Okay, I had to consolidate everything. I could not handle everything being so weirdly spaced on here. Okay, I'm going to read The Only One Left. I'm going to be scared. I mean, I knew I needed to read it. It's on my list because I want to read it. I just have to keep reminding myself of that because it seems scary. Okay, so that's the first one. Whoops, I need my sunshine, please. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Random letter for the title. So over here, let's do a random letter generator. A to Z. Here we go. M. Okay, so the plan, since I want to read books that are on this list, my plan is to find a book that starts with an M. If I can't find the first word, and the doesn't count, but if I can't find the first word, M, then I will just find any word in the title that has an M. Oh, I've got The Murder of Graham Catton, and I've got Mimi Lee Gets a Clue. But I think since this one is further up at the top, I'm going to go with The Murder of Graham Catton, which is also called Possession, by the way. We talked about this before, but this has 2 names. Yes, it's called Possession, and it is available on Libby, my Libby, but it's got 2 different names. It says it's by the same person. When you Google one of them, the other one comes up, so that's what we're going to go with. Wow, I am starting out with 2 mysteries that are either going to scare me or I might not actually like. But that is totally fine. I'm going to leave my sunshine over here because I'm reading my very first Riley Sager and the only one left. I've heard really good things. I've also heard people just mixed in general about Riley Sager, so we'll see what I think. I'm nervous. But anyway, whatever. I will come back and report in once I'm finished. Okay, maybe it's a good thing that the first Riley Sager I read is the only one left because I'm giving it 5 stars. Not only did I not predict what was happening, it was like somebody asked me, what kind of elements do you like in a thriller? And how do you like things to be wrapped up or concluded? And then they just wrote the book based on exactly what I like. It was so good and kept me wondering the whole time. Yes, I was super frustrated about things that happened to Kit, our main character, but so good. I really, really liked it. And all that means is now I've moved from the only one left to The Murder of Graham Catton, or Possession. It has 2 different titles. On audio, I got it as Possession, but it looks like, I don't know which name came first, but it's either The Murder of Graham Catton or it is Possession. But in any case, it seems to be a domestic thriller, which I hate. The very first line of the thing is that her husband is dead. And now apparently what has happened is there is a podcast that goes back and looks at crimes to try, if the person accused of the crime continues to say they're innocent, they look into the crimes and then they do a podcast based on that crime to see whether or not they think the person is guilty. So they have now, for like season 4 or whatever, chosen her husband's murder, which was already done. Like, there's already a person in prison accused of the murder, like sentenced for the murder. The trial is over. It's been years, and now they're coming back. And so now we're dealing with her in the aftermath of all that, with the person who maybe did it or maybe didn't do it. I don't know. But like, the last book was everything that I loved in a thriller. If somebody was like, hey, what do you not like? Which is domestic thrillers in general, then that's what this would be. But I'm going to stick to it, at least for today. If I absolutely can't get into it, let me see how far I've read so far. I'm 21% of the way through already. And the sections in the book are broken into episodes. So I'm only on episode 2, but chapter 14 of episode 2. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to ultimately do about it. It's okay. And if you like domestic thrillers, this might really be a good one. But I have now read 3 mysteries in a row, mystery thrillers, and I need to read something else. Anyway, so I'm going to go read some more, and then I'll check back in when I'm finished or when I've decided to DNF. But the only one left was so good. Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm glad that I finished the book. It was so good, first of all. Let's see about getting a little light on the situation. I say that I don't like domestic thrillers, but I really just like books that have good characters and twists and turns. And I guess the reason I don't like domestic thrillers is because I just need families to be fine. I know that sounds ridiculous and naive and everything else, but I need families to be fine. Anyway, I already told you basically what's up with this one. The one thing that I didn't think about and I haven't ever thought about is all of these podcasts and these videos or whatever, true crime situations, like especially the ones where people are going back and they're saying like, this person was accused of this crime, but I don't think they did it. I really think this person did it, and like put out a theory about it. Like, that is a real person who is going to be affected in some kind of way by these accusations, whether they're ridiculous accusations or real or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. It's still going to affect their lives. And I've never thought about like the real life people in these true crime situations. Anyway, that is another thing. Like, I don't listen to a lot of those or watch a lot of that stuff. So it's not like it's a part of my life. Anyway, we're shuffling because we get to draw another card. So I'm almost to the yellow part, and then we get to take the little teleportation thing. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, here we go. Oh, why? Why do I always get the 3s? Okay, a 3 means that I have to read all 3 prompts, which means that's going to be the last card that I draw, which means for this whole episode, I only drew 2 cards. Anyway, I have to find a Snakes and Ladders book, an M&M TBR book, and a book with people on the cover. So let's go see Snakes and Ladders. I have 5 books here. So the easiest way, because I don't have any of my family members here to ask, so the easiest way is to ask my phone. Pick a number 1 to 5.
The answer is 5.
Oh gosh. The Babysitter Lives. This book scares me before I even start. So now I have read 3 mysteries, and now I'm about to read a horror. I need my M&M TBR book needs to be like fluffy and fun or something, because wow. And I realized that I'm blocking the whole thing. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just moved up 1 from the murder of Graham Catton, where I was, up 1 to this one is, like I said, Snakes and Ladders TBR. So now let's go pick an M&M TBR book. A fluffy, nice, or romance, or middle grade. That's what I need. Okay, for my M&M TBR, these are the 5 books. So again, what did I do with my phone? It's in my pocket. Let's ask. Pick a number 1 to 5.
That would be 3.
Oh my gosh, I predicted it. I was like, I want it to be 3, but I was trying not to look. Yay! I wanted to read Bride. So hopefully this is going to be a fun book that's going to take me away from all of the awful mystery, scary stuff that I have read up to now. Yay! Like my phone could see my fingers. I didn't say it out loud because I didn't want to like mess anything up, but... Okay, and then the last one, I'm going to leave my sunshine over here, but I need a people on the cover. So let's go look. Okay, here's all of the stuff. I kind of want to start up at the top. The White and Blue Between Us is a graphic novel, and maybe I should just read it. It has more than one person on the cover. This Was Our Pact is a graphic novel. It has people on the cover. Digging Up Love has people. Divinity's Twilight has people. Seatmate has more than one person. Harrow, I mean, they're skeletons, but maybe they would count as people. Okay, I'm just going to go with The White and Blue Between Us because that should be an easy read. It's not a long graphic novel on NetGalley, so that counts as people on the cover. I mean, we did move. I know I said we only drew 2 cards, but we started up here. We never lie. We went all the way down here and around and up, and we're going to end right here in the yellow. So it's not too bad. We're done with the blue section. We have completely done the blue section on the board. So we're almost halfway on the yellow. That's not quite true, but almost. And I'm looking forward to these books. So The Babysitter Lives, I have on audio, and I have started it in the past. So I'm going to go back and reread the part that I started before, and I'll just read it while it's light outside. And when it gets dark, I'll switch to Bride maybe, and I'll read that for a little while. And then if I don't finish The Babysitter Lives tomorrow, I will finish it during the daylight. So that is it. I will be back to report on The Babysitter Lives. It is one of the last Stephen Graham Jones books that I have in my possession that I have not read. So some of them, I haven't read everything he's written. A lot of them are difficult to get, especially the older things. And now that he's gotten more popular, those older books are very expensive. So otherwise though, I've read everything. He does have I Was a Teenage Slasher coming out this summer, maybe in the month of May. I can't even remember, but it's coming out soon, and I'm going to get that one. But this one has been just hovering around. I pre-ordered it. I got it as soon as it came out, and I started reading it, and it scared me. And I stopped. So now I'm going back. I'll let you know what I think about it. Okay, I just finished Bride by Allie Hazelwood. And then I need to show you what I did. Okay, so I finished Bride, and the next one was People on the cover. Oh, Django. Okay, People on the cover. So what I had picked before was a graphic novel from NetGalley over here that it's not even on here anymore because I checked my NetGalley again and it's been removed. So it's a little annoying to me that, and I guess it's just the nature of the NetGalley thing, but they will approve me for a book that is like going to be archived the next day or something. And so I never get enough time to read the books. And I think that's, like I said, that's my fault because I guess I keep picking books that are going to be archived quickly. So anyway, now my NetGalley, as you can see, only has 2 books left on it. So the next one that has People on the cover is This Was Our Pact right here. So that is the one that I have picked to do next. It is also still a graphic novel. It's just not NetGalley. I've got it on Libby. So I've already moved it over to my Kindle so I can read it on my big computer screen or I can read it on my iPad. It's so much better than the NetGalley because the NetGalley does not have a computer app, so you can't read them on a computer. Anyway, none of that matters. I finished Bride. Bride was like an old school paranormal romance, like an old werewolf vampire paranormal romance. I loved it. Like, it took me back to everything that got me started reading in the first place. Anyway, we have our vampire girl who decides to help with an alliance with the werewolves by marrying the werewolf alpha. And she's doing it kind of like a trade so that they can have set up an alliance. But she's also doing it because her best friend that she was raised with, her human best friend, has gone missing. And the only bit of information she's managed to find is somebody's name that happens to be the name of the alpha that she agrees to marry. And then things happen from there. So I'm not going to tell you. It is pretty steamy, at least in the second half of the book. So be aware before you go into that. But if you love any of the vampire werewolf paranormal romance at all, this is the book. And it sets up for book number 2. I cannot wait. This book just came out in 2024. So I know it's not like coming out anytime soon, but I'm so ready for book number 2 already. Okay, that was it. Now I'm going to read This Was Our Pact, and then that is the end of this. I have now read 5 books and barely moved anywhere. It'll be 11 total books that I have read in 2 episodes, so we're still okay. We got a long way to go, though, so I'll be back to tell you about the last book. Okay, I finished This Was Our Pact. Is it called This Was or This Is? This Was Our Pact. And I finished it. It was a graphic novel. And it was 400 and something pages. What's up with these graphic novels being 400 pages? Like, I guess I'm used to reading issues of graphic novels, which are like 25 pages or something. So, anyway. Oh my gosh. Django has been outside and he's muddy, I guess. His paws are dirty. No, you cannot get back up here. It got me all dirty. And we're leaving today. There is a Comic-Con situation happening in our town. No, you're dirty. You can't get up here. You're dirty. I should have realized that Django's feet were going to be dirty because it rained yesterday. Anyway, This Was Our Pact is about a group of boys who, in their town, every year on the autumn solstice, they put lanterns in the water of their river and they go away. And as the lanterns go down the bend in the river, then everybody goes into their houses and it's just like, it's over, right? Like the thing is over. But there's a story that the lanterns become the stars and go up to the stars. And so this group of boys has decided that they're going to follow the lanterns. And their pact is, our pact had 2 simple rules. Rule 1, no one turns for home. Rule 2, no one looks back. So that were the rules of the pact. And I will say that by the end of the book, not all the boys had followed the rules all the way. Anyway, it was very cute, They met a lot of whimsical people and creatures along the way and animals, and it was just really good. I really enjoyed it. Okay, that means I'm done. I have finished 5 books for this one, and we did not move very far because 4 of these books were in a row. And I was thinking about that. In the last one, I read this book, and then I had 4 books in a row. So am I going to end all of these with 4 books in a row? I hope that's not the case. But anyway, this is where our little guy is. We're in the yellow. Hopefully, in the next episode, we can get out of the yellow and start our largest way around the gray section. So we'll see how that goes after we get out of the yellow. But that is going to do it for this one. Let me know what you thought about any of these books. I think I'm out of this group, my favorite was Bride, just because, oh my gosh, the old school paranormal romance that I fell in love with was all there, and I loved it so much. So that is it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.